Alright guys, the storm has pretty much passed. We are still under a flash flood warning until 8:45 tonight. So, I'm going to run down to the store and get a few things, but I thought I'd show you the mess I'm going to have to clean up tomorrow. Is that dead tree. Some of it did come down. There's some on the roof there. Up there. And it is still kind of raining, and then there's some debris there, so yeah, but all in all it's looking like it's clearing off, and there's a lot of rain coming off the trees in the wind. Hang on. And yes, I got my car back. Okay, I'm in the car. So he could not get it to do the messing up that it was doing when I was driving it and when Scott drove it. Oh, they've left one of their shop rags in my seat. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. So what he did is he added some, I don't know if I'm calling it the right thing or not. It's a friction modifier in the hopes that it will help whatever's making it stick and come in and out of third and fourth gears, or is slipping when it's doing the third to fourth. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but hopefully that additive will go in and do its job and we'll be good to go. So let me buckle up and we'll maybe explore the neighborhood a little bit. The dogs had to go out so bad. I think they had their legs crossed, and since it's, you know, let up and it's not quite as windy, I let them go out, and they went and they got them a drink, and they'll settle in back in the shed. They do have protection when they're outside, and in the shed they have dog beds, and it's not like they're left out in the open all the time. I just wanted to make everybody understand that. And when I'm not down here, there is no way Greg is going to bring the dogs in. It's just not his nature to think like that. So it's probably good he's doesn't have any children yet. So anywho, it doesn't look all that bad. The neighborhood pool is very, very full. Probably won't be able to see that. That's where Greg used to be on the swim team. We only did swim team a couple years. Scott and I are just not into sports, so we never push sports with Greg. It's just not our nature to watch sports, participate in sports, do any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's just us. We're different. And it's so funny, football season has started and they all want to talk to you. Any people around you, they want to talk to you about the game. Well, today that happened at the transmission shop. The guy asked me if we watched the game, and I said, well, we don't even own a TV. Oh, that's what we get. Oh. So, yeah, we don't do that. Lived my whole life not interested in sports, and so is Scott, and I don't think we're going to change. So everybody's different. Everybody has their own little cliquey thing, and shouting at a TV is just not something either of us are into, and so we never instilled that in Greg. That yard is really flooded. My mother-in-law and I were talking about how that house is probably full of mold from all the rain that goes up under it. So I love how they've painted these apartments. The new paint colors are real pretty. So yeah, going down here to the Buy Low to get something to eat. I need to get breakfast stuff and things like that because Scott will be down tomorrow. He told me he was gonna wait, but sometimes he'll tell me that just so I don't worry, and then he shows up. So yeah, men. Okay guys, looks like everybody else is going out to eat, and I don't like either of these restaurants down here, so I'm glad somebody likes them. talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, I'm heading back to the house, and I got a phone call while I'm in line at the grocery store to pay, and it's Scott, and he says, I'm home. I was like, at the little house? He says, no, I'm home at the house in Casey. So when I get back to the house, he's already here. Yay! But I'm kind of fussed at him because he came down on dangerous roads, but you know, I'm glad he's here. I really am. So I guess I'll let you guys go, and maybe he and I will go out to dinner. All right, let you go. Bye. All right, I just thought I'd give you guys a kind of an update. We cleaned up the dead that fell off the dead tree next door. Scott got up on the roof and pulled it all down, and I just cleaned up the remaining off the driveway. We've got to go to Scott's mother's because today is Labor Day, and she has cooked up a huge meal for us, like roasted pork, cream style corn, broccoli casserole, lima beans, cornbread. She's just made up a whole bunch of stuff. So we're cleaning up to go over there. I don't think I'm going to bother with a shower. Are you going to bother with a shower now? So we're going to go to my mother-in-law. It's kind of stinky, but we are going to come back here and do some more work. So there's no point in us taking a shower and then go over there and then come back and then get dirty and have to take another shower, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, the front of the garage is all done except for the gray touch-up, and I think it's looking really, really good. Scott's cleaning up his sanding he's been doing. I'll walk around here. Last night I finished the front, and then I came around and I got that much of the side done. I don't know how much you're seeing because the sun is just intense, but I only had a short ladder, so I only got up so high, and that'll give Scott time to sand along the roof line there, and that'll be gray just like on the front, of course, and then the rest will be the green. And then today, well, I did that much, and then on the other end of the garage I did a portion of that, and then this morning I did some more. So I'll just show you what I've got accomplished. Here, there's my ladder. Okay, so there's the ladder. This is how much I got done this morning. Still have to the end there. And I used, doing all of this, I've used a whole gallon of the paint. Have to watch for doggy bombs over here. But I got this much of this side done. And Scott's been sanding along up there. He had to replace a board right there that was rotten. And the part you see that's green on the other side of the fence there, that's some of that interior paint, so I've got to go over it with the exterior paint. But then I've just got that little bit, and then the bit up at the top. The ground is higher on this end of the shed, is why I was able to get a little higher than I did, you know, on the opposite end. So it's coming along. I'm hoping to get the green done before we have to leave at 4:30. And I still got to load the cars too, or car, whichever. But we got to take both cars back, so. Yep, that's how it's coming along. It's getting there. The garden is still rubbish. I'm not here enough to get it cleaned out. It will have to be cleaned out before we list this house, and you know, just make it look really, really pretty. And I might even plant some things and mulch heavy and see if we can have a garden people could just utilize when they move in. That would be kind of cool. All right, that's your update, and we'll come back later. Talk to ya. Bye.